Hey guys, I'm back. It's Arlena with Gipsonartscape. I know I've been gone for a little bit. I had to take a break for some self-care. That's a video for another day. But today I wanted to jump in and do a really quick paint and sip for the holidays. Those are my favorites, so I thought what better way to get back into the game than a paint and sip. So, got my canvas, got my paint, so let's get started. Artist Loft, we have a light green. Orange, also Artist Loft. Be using a black. This is Ivory Black from Artist. A white, this is just regular white from Craftsmart. It's a matte acrylic paint. Also from Craftsmart, we got violet. And I'll be using one of my 6 tray. We are going to be using I think it's about a 1-inch wide angular brush. Not really sure the size of it. It's just one of my group packet brushes. And we got a 3/4 flat brush. Number 2 shader brush. Canvas, I believe this one is a 16 by 12 or 12 by 16. And we put them in a cool little skull cup. I painted this a lot, you can't tell. We are going to be drinking Dark Horse Rosé, dry, bright, crisp. This is the fun part. Let's start with the pour. I know it's not a white wine glass, but hey. Okay, let's get started. I'm gonna grab my drink really quick and get myself in the mood here. That's pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna start with our background. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start out with our green and white. I don't know if you can see that. We have green in one of our containers and white in the other. Don't want to spill it. So we are going to start by taking our 3/4 inch brush and we're just going to get it slightly wet. And then we are going to go in with the white and we're going to start here at the corner and we are going to make a nice circle here. Well, it's like a half moon type guy here. It's where I need a tart down. I'm a mess sometimes. I need an art room. One day I'm gonna have a fancy art room and nobody gonna be able to tell me nothing. Okay, so we're doing the whole corner here in white and then we are going to go in with our green and we're gonna start filling it in, blending it out from the white. Yeah. And we're just getting the rest of this board covered in the green. Canvas. Into our white and see how you just kind of take your leftover green and it just kind of blends it out so it's not like completely white. It's got like a kind of light greeny background there. smooth it out. Go all the way out in like an arcing motion. So you get that like circular white pattern going. That's what we're going for here. And all the way out. Okay. Feel good about it? We'll get that corner over here. You can use a blow dryer as usual, or you can let it air dry. Go socialize if you're actually doing a painting sip while you watch this, or you can get a fan and put a fan on it. Acrylic tends to dry really quick, which is why we kind of use those for the painting sips. So once you're good and dry, so we're going to be working from the back to the front. So I'm thinking we're going to put our big orange pumpkin right here in the back. So let's get some orange here. Our orange, and again, we're just going to wet the brush and go right into our orange. And then, you know, you can be a little creative with your pumpkins here. So just make a nice pumpkin shape right on the page here. Go right about here for mine. And fill that guy in with orange, because we definitely want to make sure we're covering over the green. So we're going to fill in our pumpkin, nice circular shape here. That's where my pumpkin's going to be. And you just want to get it nice and thick and solid. And a nice orange pumpkin. Be creative with your shapes. I'm trying to paint kind of in the direction of my pumpkin, so you get some natural lines in there. Here's pumpkin number 1. Okay, and then we are going to go ahead and put in pumpkin number 2. And pumpkin number 2 is going to be white. So you're going to clean your brush. You're going to dry it on your paper towel, or if you're using, if you have a paint towel or anything you're using to clean your brush on. So just clean it, dry it, and now we're going to go into the white and create our white pumpkin. And for my white pumpkin, I'm going to make him a little more squat. So he's going to go down here like this, a little bit in front of this guy. And he's just going to be like one of those short little fat guys. Okay, and again, get it in there nice and thick so you have something to work with. See a little bit of my green coming through, but that's okay. That's okay. I want like a shiny white pumpkin anyway. Okay, take a drink. Cheers. Next thing we want to do is get some lines on our pumpkin. So we are going to go in with our standard little pointed brush here. Get a little bit wet And we are going to put it into our black to start off with. And we just want to make our lines. So we're going to do, let's say, one coming out here. And see, they're not super neat lines. They're kind of like a little loose rendition, because we're going to go in and kind of soften them up. So we're going to do one here. We're going to do one here. Do one out here. There we go. We kind of got our line through now. Let's do another one up here as well. So you see how we kind of got the little lines of the pumpkin? Goes out super wide. So take it all the way down. Okay, and then same thing for our little white pumpkin as well. And this one we're going to do like a little bowed out shape there. Another one there. See, it has some of that orange in it, so it kind of makes it a brown. So, there we go. So, we got our loose pumpkin lines. Back, this guy here. Make sure he's dry. And we are going to just mix a little bit of the orange and green. We just want a darker color, so orange, green, and you should get kind of like this muddy orange color. Okay, let's go in and fix this guy up. Okay. We're just following the little rinds here of the pumpkin. Oh, look at, there's a little white left on there. Pulls a little white out. See how our pumpkin's coming in there? Okay, there's our first guy. And then without cleaning the brush, we're just going to add a little water. We didn't clean it at all. We're going to go in and mess around with our white one. It's going to give it a little bit of that orange color we want in there. There we go. Okay, see how he's coming along? Kind of makes like almost a brown. I don't know if you guys watched the video yet, but I did a, take some of that white in there. I did a time-lapse painting. I really think I'm into those. I'm feeling the time-lapse paintings. It could become a whole thing for me. So I'm just smoothing out the color here. I just want it to be nice and smooth, and I'm doing this with my brush not completely clean because I love the way it's pulling in those colors from all the other paint that I've used. Okay, our shader, and on our shader I'm going to mix black with my green, because what I'm trying to make here is a darker green. Don't want it too muddy. Okay, so we got like a dark green now. It's not completely blended. And we're going to go in and make these lines a little more defined. It's like our shadows. So you're going to do a little bit on the bottom. And then drag it up. See that? A little bit on the bottom. Add some water if it starts to get dry. And see how I made a little shadow down there? And then you take it and drag it up. We want that little piece that was like right here, so there he is. There's another one down here, drag him down. And then same thing, so you're going to clean your brush, and then you're going to do black with a little bit of the white for the white pumpkin. So black and white, and then you're going to get that gray to go right along the edge on this one. Follow our lines all the way around. Same thing on the bottom. Come up here. Are you liking that? Let's do one more little line in between. Get a little more of that black and white so you get a light gray. You want a really light, kind of muddy gray. And then you're just dragging him in. I don't know if there's a time where I can paint and not be covered in paint. I think it's a little dark. We might have to add some white to this guy. Let's add some white in. Look at. Oh, the joy of a paint sip. These are supposed to be clean. Not being natural enough, and you're feeling too structured, that's when it's time to take a drink. This is fruit. Pumpkin's a fruit, right? Or a vegetable. Maybe it's a vegetable. I don't know. We'll have to look that up. But anyway, see how it's super dark? I don't really want that. So I'm going to get some white on my brush, and I'm going to go in and clean this guy up. Put my whites back in. Because remember, we're making a white. I think they're like really light green, but I'm going to say white. We're making a white pumpkin. So I'm going to go back in with my brush and reestablish my white. This is the fun part. Like, honestly, I knew what I wanted to draw. I'm doing this on the fly. So we're doing it together. It's our first time together. I'm just trying to be natural. Make a brown because we need our stems in there. So I'm going to take orange, same brush, bunch of orange, and some black, not too much, and just a little bit of green because that's going to make brown. So mix and match as much as you want until you get the color brown that makes you happy. If it's not brown enough, you add a little orange to it, and you keep mixing till you get your brown stem. And here's my brown. So let's start with this guy first. I'm gonna put a nice, let's go this way on this guy. Okay, that's his stem. Little guy over here, I'm gonna make a cute little curly whirly thingy. So I'm just gonna go like that. I'm just making like little swirls till I get the shape I want. Okay, that's super cute. Come on, admit it. That's cute. You know it. We need a wine glass. So, do the base right here in front. Because remember, we're going back to front. I'm gonna do the base right here in the front, and he's gonna come up to about right here. It's not the biggest pumpkins. It's those ones you see at like the cash register. Like, oh, I was at the cash register and they had cute little pumpkins, so I got some. That's what our pumpkins are. So our glass is gonna be just a little bit taller than our pumpkins. Use our 3/4 flat brush. Then nice and clean. There you go. Start with the bottom, which is basically like a little disc. So just nice little line across the bottom here. And then we are going to turn your brush to the side, like kind of this way, and bring it straight up. Let's get some more white on here. Let's make the bowl of our wine glass. So I'm gonna go like a U shape here. And we're gonna fix it. We'll get it looking right. But there's our wine glass. He's gonna go all the way up. Just get your shape in there. Remember how we did that green so we can see through? Because, you know, wine glasses are technically clear. They're not completely white. So here we are. There's our wine glass shape. And it's that time again. Cheers! I'm killing my wine. I don't know what y'all doing, but you gotta do something when stuff is drying. It's Halloween, so this is not your traditional wine. This is some crazy kind of voodoo poison wine. So what are we doing? We're doing purple. Just brush and get him nice and clean. Get clean, get clean. And go in with your purple. Look at that big old chunk of purple on there. My wine, because you know I like wine, it's getting half full. It's going right here. And then fill it all the way down. Just drag it down. And follow the shape of your cup. Make sure it's nice and clean. I'm going to go in with my white and just reestablish my wine glass lines here. A little black down here so we can really establish the bottom of our wine glass. So it's kind of like a half circle deal, like an oval. Weird little oval. And then drag it up so you get that little shadow. You see that? Are you seeing the shadow? Straight across the bottom. Drag up to the shadow. The same thing here, because you know, you make glass, it kind of shadows. The green is show through because of course the glass is clear, but we want to remember that it is a glass, so we want to be aware of where the glass is. So it's like a drop of green and the rest is white. All right, let's get our glass looking right. Yeah, my green kind of shows through. So now we're getting our purple. Full on purple. We're going back in and darkening up our wine, okay? A little black to my purple because this is where the light's coming. So it's coming from this side. So I want this side over here to be darker. So this is my purple with a little bit of black at it. See how it's a little bit darker? And I'm putting that in here and dragging. Why do I do the sound effects? I still haven't figured that out yet, but every paint stroke has a sound effect. So when I'm going back and forth in my head, it's like. Are you loving that? We need some bubbles because you can't have a witch's brew without bubbles. So again, I'm taking this one, and this time, instead of strokes, we are doing some dots. So nice dot here. And you're just gonna make different size dots. See how it's starting there? Let me make a bigger one here, so I'm gonna swirl it around a little bit. Nice big dot there. Get some more paint on that, baby. Keep going. Dots. Do different sizes. Don't do them all the same size. See how your bubbles are coming up? Let's put another tiny one there. Bubbles coming out the glass because it's a potion. Oh, pick a number. You know how I'm always telling you that. Pick a number. Stick to your number. I would definitely say 10 or above. But get your dots coming out. Make them do something cool for you. Depth. Go back in. Get some white. Let's add some white marks to our dots. Put some leaves. That's our green. Make sure you have your green. If you want a darker green, remember, just mix it with your black. If you want a lighter green, if you want darker green, mix it with your black. If you want a lighter green, then you just leave it the way it is. I'm going to do mine a little bit dark because our background's already. Add a few leaves. So the last thing we need to make it Halloweeny is a word, y'all. Trust me on this. All we need is a word. First off, mine has been drying, so hopefully yours has been drying. I probably put the pause to dry moment in here. And refill. I should start putting that. I should put like a little thing that says refill when it's time to refill. So, in order to finish out our painting, because you did see it in the beginning, I think I stuck it in there somewhere. And let's go ahead and create our spider web. So, you want to go to the top corner and you just want to make a nice straight line down. About as far as my spider web's going to go. Needs a friend on either side. So one here. And one here. And then you are going to add in your spider webby loops, anchors. I don't know what they are, but we're adding them in. Get some more of your black.